First reaction from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, hailing the top court verdict on Article 370. Today's Supreme Court verdict on abrogation of Article 370 is historic and constitutionally upholds the decision taken by Parliament of India on the 5th of August 2019. It is a resounding declaration of hope, progress and unity for our sisters and brothers in Jammu and Kashmir, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a tweet. The court, in its profound wisdom, has fortified the very sense of unity that we as Indians hold dear and cherish above all else. I want to assure the resilient people of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh that our commitment to fulfilling your dreams remains unwavering. We are determined to ensure that the fruits of progress not only reach you but also extend their benefits to the most vulnerable and marginalized sections of our society who suffered due to Article 370. The verdict today is not just a legal judgment, it is a beacon of hope, a promise of a brighter future, and a testament to our collective resolve to build a stronger, more united India. Naya Jammu Kashmir is the hashtag that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has used in his first reaction. He's upheld the judgment. In fact, he's lauded the court for the judgment. He's spoken about the fact that the commitment as far as helping the people in this region, particularly the vulnerable section, remains unwavering, is what he said. I assure the people of Jammu and Kashmir on fulfilling all your dreams and aspirations, is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said. An important reaction coming in from the Prime Minister of the country, speaking about the fact that the court has fortified the very sense of unity we as Indians hold dear and cherish above all else. He said that the court has in fact upheld the decision taken by the Parliament on the 5th of August 2019, a resounding declaration of hope. The court today has given legal sanctity to abrogation of Article 370. In fact, we go across to Paulami Saha in a moment from now, but this is the Prime Minister talking about the court's judgment, the verdict on the abrogation of Article 370. Earlier, J.P. Nadda, the Bharatiya Janata Party national president, also spoke about it, saying that this is what the workers had worked for, had wanted, and this is a commitment that the BJP essentially has delivered on, the government essentially has delivered on. The Prime Minister as well upholding, in fact, or lauding the court for its verdict on the abrogation of Article 370. He says it is historic, he says it is constitutional, and constitutionally upholding the call taken by the Parliament of India on the 5th of August 2019. Paulami is with us. Paulami, undoubtedly a big victory also to the Bharatiya Janata Party and essentially to this government, given that this is the court upholding the call that was taken by the BJP-led central government, which of course has majority in the House.
That's right. The Prime Minister, of course, has hailed the decision of the Supreme Court, all the challenges to the abrogation of Article 370. The Prime Minister has categorically stated that this is historic, the decision that has come from the Supreme Court today. The centre faced many challenges after the abrogation of Article 370 on August 5th, 2019, in terms of questions being raised about the constitutionality of the decision in the way that it was done in a haste, keeping everything under wraps, and what was it doing in terms of, taking away the rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, turning a state into a union territory, breaking it up into two union territories. Now, the Prime Minister has said that it is a resounding declaration of hope, progress and unity for our sisters and brothers in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. The court, in its profound wisdom, has fortified the very sense of unity that we as Indians hold dear and cherish above all else. He says, and I quote him over here, I want to assure the resilient people of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh that our commitment to fulfilling your dreams remains unwavering. We're determined to ensure the fruits of progress not only reach you, but also extend their benefits to the most vulnerable and marginalized sections of our society who suffered due to Article 370. The verdict today is not just a legal judgment, it is a beacon of hope, a promise of a brighter future, and a testament to our collective resolve to build a stronger, more united India. Hashtag Naya Jammu Kashmir is what the Prime Minister has said. Of course, the centre faces the next big challenge of holding elections in Jammu and Kashmir, which the opposition has been demanding. The Delimitation Commission, of course, has done its job in terms of preparing its report. The centre has also, ensured that there are seats for the marginalized, for instance, displaced persons from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, one member who will be nominated, a woman member who will be nominated to the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly, who will be a Kashmiri migrant. So those provisions have been made. Now the question is about holding elections in Jammu and Kashmir, which is the next big challenge, and that is the date that the centre will have to, basically discuss, and the Election Commission will have to pave the way for it.
You know, Palmi, I also want to get a sense from you on how you see this playing out politically. I would say extremely important decision in an election here just months from now. We're going to Lok Sabha elections. How will this play out as far as the Gupkar alliance is concerned, also the India bloc essentially, in terms of the manner in which this decision has been upheld by the Supreme Court of India, and it's a unanimous verdict as well?
Well, the India bloc is meeting on the 19th of December, so it remains to be seen how they strategize in order to, of course, take this to the people, because at the end of the day, it is a verdict which has come from the apex court, which has heard multiple pleas represented by the best of lawyers, top lawyers, who in fact represented these activists in various political groups as well. Now it remains to be seen. Of course, the India bloc will be studying the verdict in its entirety, in detail, and then of course taking it to the people. It all boils down to, of course, the elections in Jammu and Kashmir. So how they strategize for the same remains to be seen, because at the end of the day, elections is where it will be decided, so to say, as to whether the people of Jammu and Kashmir stand with the decision that was taken on August 5th, 2019, or they reject it.
Palmi, also you're in Parliament. Give us a sense of the kind of reactions that have been coming in. We've heard, in fact, from Dr. Karan Singh of the Congress. But what is the Congress, by and large, saying about this, the unanimous decision of the Supreme Court today that has said that we, in fact, are lending legal sanctity to the call, a decision that was made by this government 4 years ago?
Important leaders, as far as the Congress party is concerned, has said, and he says that as far as कश्मीर के मुद्दे पर कहा 370 जब से शामिल हुआ था हमारे सरकार के समय, तभी से टेम्पररी था, लेकिन इसका कारण बताया गया था. It was a temporary provision, he says, from the start. एक स्टेट को भंग करके आपने यूटी बना दिया, स्टेट की मर्यादा खत्म हो गई. So that is what he's saying, that turning a state into a union territory, you've basically broken the state up in ways which you cannot explain. So the Congress, of course, is still challenging, the decision that was taken by the central government, but a huge shot in the arm for the central government in terms of the Supreme Court verdict, which has heard multiple pleas and has then come to this conclusion that Article 370 was a temporary provision. It was not a permanent provision, and so the decision to abrogate Article 370 in order to allow for the assimilation of Jammu and Kashmir into the Indian nation state was right.
Apart from that, as far as the court's verdict is concerned, they've said restoration of statehood soonest, and also given a deadline as far as holding of assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, which is September 2024. What I want to ask you is this: at least two key demands of these political parties, like the National Conference, the PDP and others in the valley, has also been addressed at least by the court, in fact giving these directions to the government.
That's right. Eventually, of course, it will boil down to those elections, because that's the best that all parties involved, be it the central government, the ruling party at the centre, and the opposition, which has challenged this decision, can do, which is go to the electorate and let the electorate decide whether they have seen change on the ground, whether they stand with the decision to abrogate Article 370, whether they've benefited from that decision in terms of, a lot of avenues for tourism, for work, for employment, for the youth opening up in Jammu and Kashmir, in terms of security in Jammu and Kashmir as well. All of these are factors which only the people can decide on, and it is the electorate which will, of course, put the final stamp of approval or not on this decision. So elections will be very crucial.